Be prepared. The moment has arrived. You're about to experience the most extraordinary night of your existence, and what follows is reserved only for those who dare to understand. The black moon has torn through the celestial veil. Dismiss any preconceptions about new moons being gentle, delicate, or merely cyclical resets. This is anything but subtle. This is raw power unleashed. Tonight marks a breach in reality, a gateway emerging where conventional laws bend and disorder seeps through the fissures. This isn't your typical new moon phase. This is the black moon. It's uncommon, volatile, and completely unrestrained. It defies the patterns you believed you understood. When this portal manifests, it doesn't wait for your readiness. It consumes you. And most unsettling of all, its influence is already coursing through you, though you remain oblivious to its presence. From the instant the black moon ascended, time began its relentless march. This is a metaphysical countdown. Each hour passing beneath this black moon advances an unseen timepiece. This gateway maintains its presence briefly, lasting mere days. That's precisely why those attuned to its energy, those who've learned to recognize its signs, have already gained an advantage. And remember, when the final moment arrives, not all paths lead to the same destination. Understanding what unfolds during this black moon portal is vital, particularly for those who resonate with energetic fluctuations, because the first target of this powerful force is your consciousness. Throughout this black moon portal, intuitive abilities amplify exponentially. Your internal compass suddenly detects wavelengths previously invisible to you. You'll perceive subtleties typically missed, hidden meanings in dialogues, unexpected pathways and possibilities, even the concealed intentions beneath surface interactions. Momentarily, you'll feel as though you're penetrating through life's static, recognizing patterns others miss entirely. But here's the twist. This enhanced perception, seemingly a blessing, can swiftly become your greatest challenge. When clarity becomes overwhelming, uncertainty follows. This represents the portal's darker aspect. Your thoughts might spiral, questioning reality's fabric, becoming entangled in doubts about matters potentially insignificant. It's comparable to receiving supernatural sight, but prolonged exposure distorts perception. This exemplifies the black moon's complexity. Rather than simply granting insight, it evaluates your capacity to handle such knowledge without self-destruction. Honor your instincts, yet avoid excessive analysis, because the deeper you delve into decoding every signal, the more intensely the portal reflects your own uncertainties. Common wisdom suggests manifestation requires dedication, visualization, detailed planning, forcing alignment through sheer determination. But within this black moon portal, traditional approaches crumble. Paradoxically, less effort yields greater results. This is the essence of blackout manifestation. The victors in this moment aren't those who relentlessly push or obsess over results. They're the ones courageous enough to embrace stillness, allowing the black moon's darkness to envelop them without resistance. This isn't about being passive. It's about surrender. It's recognizing that when this portal opens, cosmic forces are reorganizing the game board, regardless of your attempts to control the pieces. Consider this deeply. How frequently do you grasp at control, driven by the fear of letting events naturally unfold? That's the crucial test during this phase. Those who can truly embrace the silence, resisting the compulsion to interfere, will witness reality beginning to curve in their direction. Pathways materialize. Prospects emerge. People align themselves naturally, not through forceful action, but through conscious inaction. Yet here's the critical point. Most individuals struggle with this approach. They'll squirm, worry, and overthink themselves out of alignment, attempting to force outcomes when the portal explicitly demands stillness. That's where they lose their advantage. Sometimes the most powerful action is choosing not to act at all. The black moon doesn't favor the desperate. It rewards those brave enough to sit in darkness, trusting that unseen forces are already working in their favor. Here's an insight rarely shared. The black moon possesses a peculiar sense of humor, and it's merciless. Prepare for the universe to play tricks on you in the coming days, not as punishment, but as a test of how firmly you cling to perceived certainty. The universe disrupts your narrative to reveal you're part of a greater performance. You'll encounter strange coincidences, meeting precisely who you hope to avoid, watching plans dissolve only to stumble upon better alternatives accidentally. Fortune reversals, mismatched timing, amusing mishaps. These are cosmic jokes designed not to frustrate, but to loosen your grip on illusory control. The key lies in your response. When carefully constructed plans collapse, do you succumb to anxiety, or do you find humor, recognizing the universe might be redirecting you towards something more extraordinary? Because here's the truth. Fighting against the joke means missing its wisdom, but laughing along reveals the hidden blessing within the chaos. In fact, as coincidences become increasingly bizarre and amusing, you'll understand that the black moon isn't trying to deceive you. It's demonstrating how fragile our certainties truly are. Once you release the fear of losing control, you begin navigating this portal with freedom instead of resistance. So when the cosmic prank manifests, don't react with anger. Smile. Every joke conceals a revelation, and the universe only teases those prepared for awakening. Most people traverse life pursuing potential. They gather ideas, explore interests, speak of distant tomorrows and hypothetical futures, mistaking it for living. But this black moon portal remains indifferent to unrealized potential. It's pulling you, sometimes with fierce intensity, toward your authentic purpose. Potential represents possibility. Purpose embodies destiny. And in this moment, the universe systematically dismantles your defenses. That long-forgotten dream you tucked away because it seemed unattainable. That burning passion you suppressed because it clashed with society's expectations. That innovative concept you postponed because failure loomed too large. The Black Moon portal now shakes life into these dormant seeds, placing them firmly back in your grasp. This transcends fleeting motivation, strategic planning, or mindful journaling. The portal's energy manifests as raw, uncompromising, and persistent. It thrusts you into circumstances where you must either align with your soul's mission or endure the discomfort of conscious avoidance. The middle path has vanished. This explains the widespread restlessness, the inability to find peace within familiar routines. The portal relentlessly strips away false identities, dissolving shoals and maybes until only authentic purpose remains. Its persistence is unwavering. Attempts to postpone merely intensify the pressure until you finally respond. This is your moment of unavoidable recognition, the revelation of your true calling. Perhaps it's artistic expression. Perhaps it's spiritual awakening. Perhaps it's something deceptively simple you've consistently overlooked. Whatever form it takes, it's now surfacing with unstoppable momentum, demanding action. No more postponement, no more justifications, no more distant somedays. This isn't an invitation to contemplate. It's a challenge to manifest. The Black Moon remains unmoved by your readiness, concerned only with your willingness. Remember, no one feels fully prepared when embracing their purpose. That's what distinguishes purpose from mere interest. So when you feel that magnetic pull tonight, resist the urge to retreat. Don't hide behind potential's comfortable veil. This portal isn't merely opening possibilities. It's forcefully propelling you through transformation. Once crossed, this threshold permits no return. The Black Moon's influence extends beyond celestial shifts, fundamentally rewiring human consciousness. During this portal, your energetic patterns may defy conventional rhythms. Some will experience profound sleep states, diving into dimensional depths, awakening with crystal-clear dream fragments that overshadow waking reality. Others will find themselves in perpetual wakefulness until dawn, filled with restless vitality, yet mysteriously avoiding exhaustion. The Black Moon doesn't deplete, it recalibrates. This explains why normal patterns dissolve during this time. You might find yourself lying down, anticipating weariness, only to experience your consciousness igniting like a brilliant searchlight. Or perhaps you'll close your eyes and immediately sink into that profound stillness you've been seeking endlessly. These contrasting experiences signal the same phenomenon. The portal is fundamentally restructuring your energetic flow. This process isn't arbitrary. Consider it a complete rewiring of your internal energy system. This force operates beyond comfort zones or predictable patterns. It's systematically dismantling the stagnant routines that have confined you. If you've been pushing beyond your limits, it might force complete shutdown, compelling rest. If you've been too passive, it might infuse you with an unstoppable dynamism that demands movement. It operates on cosmic rhythms, not human timetables. You'll discover this energy manifests in peculiar ways. Your relationship with nourishment might shift dramatically. Caffeine might become ineffective, or it might catapult you into altered states of consciousness. Regular activities, sleep cycles, daily routines, work patterns suddenly become unpredictable as your physical form aligns with something vastly more expansive than itself. Energy doesn't vanish or materialize here. It transforms. So when nights stretch endlessly and mornings feel surreal, when sleep and wakefulness blur their boundaries, embrace these shifts. These aren't malfunctions. They're confirmations that the black moon has penetrated your energy field and initiated a profound recalibration. Then comes the pivotal realization. Your energy has transcended individual boundaries, merging with something infinitely vaster. The black moon maintains its vigilance through your sleep. In that liminal space between consciousness and unconsciousness, it penetrates your mental barriers and reconstructs your dreamscape's architecture. This process is intense, far removed from conventional symbolic interpretation. These aren't gentle metaphorical messages wrapped in familiar storytelling. They're direct transmissions, raw and powerful, carrying information your waking mind struggles to process. They arrive not with clear meanings, but with undeniable presence. You emerge from sleep saturated in inexplicable resonance, a persistent image, the lingering sensation, an unshakable feeling of returning from somewhere significant. These dreams carry unmistakable intentionality. They're directed communications, specifically targeted. They transcend ordinary dream experiences. They manipulate reality, collapse temporal boundaries, transform familiar individuals into unexpected roles. They feel like external forces dreaming through your consciousness. Long-forgotten individuals suddenly reappear, enacting scenarios that never occurred yet feel strangely possible. You navigate unknown cities, communicate in unfamiliar languages, engage with alternate versions of yourself who've lived completely different existences. And yet, upon waking, you're gripped by an inexplicable certainty that something profound has transpired. This is the black moon's distinctive signature. It doesn't merely deliver dreams. It presents an intricate cipher veiled in apparent disorder. The more your conscious mind attempts to unravel its meaning, the more elusive it becomes, because true understanding doesn't emerge from analytical interpretation. It manifests in the deep resonance within, how it touched your soul, what emotions it awakened, what hidden truths it effortlessly extracted. For many, this experience extends beyond a single night. Dreams begin to layer themselves, creating intricate patterns of interconnected narratives that unfold across multiple nights, featuring recurring figures and familiar landscapes. The portal weaves these dreams like delicate threads, gradually constructing messages that become increasingly impossible to dismiss. What initially appeared as meaningless fragments gradually coalesces into a distinct language. But don't anticipate conventional comprehension. These dreams aren't meant to be logically decoded. Their purpose is transformation. They bypass conscious resistance, transcend mental barriers, and deliver ancient wisdom directly to your core being. Sometimes they manifest as recovered memories. Other times, they serve as premonitions. Occasionally, they reveal potential futures that already exist within the realm of possibility. Perhaps most remarkable is their collective nature. You'll discover others experiencing remarkably similar dream patterns, as if their unconscious minds are attuned to identical frequencies as yours. The symbolic imagery overlaps, The emotional responses align. Entire groups of individuals quietly receiving identical metaphysical information, none aware of their shared ethereal journey until conversation reveals these parallel experiences. That's when understanding dawns. The portal operates not just on individual consciousness, but broadcasts collectively. What threshold are you approaching? Which version of your higher self attempts communication across dimensional boundaries? What fundamental truth have you been avoiding in conscious hours that could only be conveyed in the sanctuary of sleep? This reveals the Black Moon's profound strategy. It recognizes when your conscious defenses are impenetrable, so it patiently awaits your mind's surrender before delivering its message, not through permission, but through precise intervention. Once this metaphysical seed is planted, immediate comprehension becomes irrelevant. It evolves naturally. So as you drift towards sleep tonight, understand this truth. You're not merely entering unconsciousness. You're receiving a cosmic transmission. While its meaning might remain obscure upon waking, it will inevitably transform you. Eventually, through mysterious processes, you'll emerge as someone new. You'll find yourself spontaneously taking action, addressing long-avoided challenges, not through forced discipline, but through an inexplicable inner calling. And remarkably, you'll encounter no internal resistance, no struggle. The phenomenon manifests as if it's been patiently awaiting its moment, like a cosmic secret tucked away in the universe's hidden chambers, anticipating the portal's subtle shift in temporal alignment. Initially, it creates a sense of displacement. Tasks that once seemed to demand endless hours mysteriously align themselves within moments. Cognitive barriers dissolve like morning mist beneath dawn's first light. Dialogues that should have been filled with tension instead flow with supernatural ease, as if they've already transpired in some parallel dimension. Your capabilities haven't expanded. Your strength hasn't multiplied. Rather, you've accessed something that exists beyond your typical temporal boundaries, a force that has always lingered just outside your grasp until this precise moment. And it creates an almost guilty sensation, as if reality itself is offering you unauthorized shortcuts, not because you sought them, but because the conventional limitations have temporarily dissolved. The guardians of normalcy have drifted into slumber. The usual resistance has fallen silent, and within this peculiar quietude, your movements become not swifter, but more refined. You're no longer fighting against the current. Instead, you're flowing within a stream that comprehends your destination, even when you don't. But you must seize this phenomenon while it manifests, for this state isn't permanent. It's not your new normal. It's a glitch in the universal matrix, a fleeting moment of absolute clarity that emerges only when the Black Moon aligns closest with reality's foundation. And once it passes, the familiar friction returns. The chaos seeps back. That window of opportunity seals shut. This is why hesitation becomes fatal. Awaiting motivation ensures you'll miss the opening entirely. This isn't about enthusiasm or strategy or readiness. It's about recognizing when you've entered this mysterious slipstream and choosing to embrace it without doubt. You follow its guidance even when it seems illogical, especially when it seems illogical. And this shift extends beyond mere task completion. This portal can influence deeper aspects, issues buried beneath years of anxiety, uncertainty, or evasion. That crucial conversation you've been avoiding might suddenly unfold effortlessly, without preparation. That complex project you abandoned might suddenly materialize in unprecedented perfection. Not because you've transformed, but because the barrier that held you back has temporarily vanished. This is the void working in your favor, clearing obstacles not through your effort, but through its own mysterious design. It asks only that you acknowledge its invitation before it dissipates. Not every portal remains accessible. Some appear once, vanishing in the blink of an eye. This is such a moment. You can cross this threshold now or spend weeks wondering why everything felt so attainable before slipping away. And most peculiarly, you'll look back questioning how it ever seemed challenging. The Black Moon communicates not through shouts, but through whispers. And therein lies its subtle trap. Everyone anticipates dramatic revelations, celestial flashes, soul-shaking thunderclaps, monumental signs that validate life's significance. But the portal's language is far more subtle. It doesn't announce itself with grandeur. Instead, it encircles you with gentle persistence, creating barely perceptible ripples against your consciousness, waiting to see if you'll pursue its ethereal trail. In this moment, reality vibrates with invisible connections. These threads exist just beyond ordinary perception, creating a subtle disturbance in your awareness, like white noise in an otherwise silent space. You find yourself inexplicably drawn to particular symbols, digits, recollections, or inexplicable sounds. Someone from your distant past surfaces in your thoughts, then manifests in your present reality. You enter spaces with forgotten purpose, yet a lingering sensation remains. This persistence isn't mere confusion. It's the universe attempting to align with your consciousness. The portal's communications arrive without fanfare or spectacle. They manifest through patterns, intersections, and seemingly random occurrences that only reveal their significance after multiple iterations. Then comprehension dawns. The cosmos wasn't mute. Your attention was simply focused elsewhere. The black moon serves this purpose precisely, redirecting your focus from familiar distractions to the uncomfortable silence you typically avoid. Within this quietude, symbolic messages begin their dance. A random conversation fragment, a recurring melody, a perfectly timed movie dialogue. Precisely crafted wisdom emerging from unexpected sources, as if personally designed for your understanding. These messages don't require pursuit. They require acknowledgement. The portal dispatches them with purpose, not decoration, guiding you through an invisible labyrinth. Continued dismissal only increases the difficulty of recognizing genuine opportunities. The most significant messages during this portal phase are those your logical mind attempts to dismiss. This makes rational thinking particularly hazardous now. Logic filters out subtle signs, dismissing intuitive pulls as random, meaningful moments as coincidental, and patterns as meaningless. But intuition preserves what logic discards, recognizing subtle atmospheric shifts, momentary changes in expression, and unexplained physical responses. When true understanding finally penetrates your consciousness, it transcends mere comprehension. It stops you completely, settling into your being with the weight of ancient wisdom, like a long-forgotten truth suddenly remembering your existence. This authentication comes not through rational validation, but through visceral recognition, resonating through your physical form like deep ancestral memory. The portal isn't delivering explicit instructions or clear directives. It's awakening dormant knowledge, activating cellular memory, and aligning you with frequencies that exist beyond conventional understanding. These messages speak directly to your soul's deepest chambers, bypassing mental barriers and logical resistance. It's scattering breadcrumbs, fragments of truth, whispers of wisdom concealed in everyday moments. The revelation isn't meant to unfold instantly. Your role is to trace these subtle hints without foreknowledge of their destination, to embrace the emerging pattern before its complete picture materializes. When you surrender to this process, you'll discover these signals were never concealed. They were anticipating someone courageous enough to acknowledge what others overlook, anticipating someone prepared to perceive beyond visual limitations, because these indicators weren't arbitrary. They were inscribed specifically for you, and now that your awareness has awakened, their presence becomes constant. Your surroundings begin to mirror themselves because their perceived reality is dissolving. That unsettling sensation accompanying this black moon isn't merely psychological. It's reality itself growing thin, shedding its layers as if the fabric of existence struggles to maintain its form. Daily existence suddenly resembles an extended theatrical performance, revealing cracks in its carefully constructed facade. Boundaries feel less definite. Interactions feel less authentic. It's as though society operates from a predetermined script, and you've glimpsed behind the curtain. What amplifies this peculiarity is the stark contrast. While manufactured aspects of existence begin feeling hollow and mechanical, nature intensifies its presence, becoming more tangible, more authentic than before. The breeze carries greater substance. The firmament appears more profound. Even stillness possesses an undeniable gravity. This black moon acts as a revealer, demonstrating that not everything accepted as truth maintains its substance under scrutiny. The portal emphasizes the distinction between authentic existence and mere imitation. Once perceived, this awareness becomes permanent. As time progresses, maintain vigilance. Notice phrases that echo repeatedly, elements that seem misplaced, and familiar faces that suddenly feel foreign. Because once reality's fabric tears, it remains permanently altered. Fear reaches its peak just before transformation occurs. This black moon has been consistently misinterpreted since ancient times. It's been dreaded, mischaracterized, transformed into a symbol of disorder, misfortune, and impending doom. People encounter the term black moon and immediately assume catastrophe, viewing it as an ill omen or spiritual danger poised to extinguish light. But this fear stems from ignorance rather than truth. It originates from misunderstanding this moon's genuine purpose. Indeed, it's uncommon. Indeed, it's powerful. But its purpose isn't destruction. Its role is revelation, exposing your authentic self, your behavioral patterns, your deepest fears, and your inherent power. This revelation creates discomfort. It triggers avoidance. But this discomfort doesn't signal danger. It indicates profound transformation. This moon's significance carries deep purpose. It's not designed to shelter you. It's here to challenge what you've evolved beyond. When something unexpected emerges, disrupting your familiar patterns, human nature instinctively prepares for catastrophe. But this force isn't meant to inflict punishment. It's meant to spark consciousness. This awakening won't necessarily bring comfort or gentleness. The black moon embodies duality. It delivers both clarity and confusion, growth and contraction, harmony and chaos. This duality is essential because genuine transformation doesn't emerge from tranquility. It emerges from intensity. Your response to this intensity shapes your destiny. Most will perceive only the discomfort, labeling it negative. They'll attribute misfortune, emotional turmoil, and poor timing to this moon, but they're perceiving only half the truth. The other dimension, often overlooked, reveals this moon offers opportunity, a unique gateway, a reflection, an opening. And you've already gained advantage. You've navigated the tempest with conscious awareness. Unlike others stumbling through darkness, you comprehend current events. You've recognized the indicators, experienced the transformation, and understood the truth beneath the anxiety. This awareness becomes your foundation. This understanding becomes your protection. It will guide you through approaching uncertainties without succumbing to illusions or mistaking growth for threat. Indeed, this portal will challenge your limits. Yes, it may destabilize certainties, but you'll remain prepared. You'll flow with it, navigate through it, harness it, because you've grasped the truth. This black moon doesn't mark an ending. It signals the moment of universal transformation, already in motion. If you've continued watching, I extend my gratitude for your attention. If this content resonated with you and you desire more insights, please consider subscribing. Your support means everything. Feel welcome to share your personal experiences or reflections in the comments section below. Until our next encounter, stay well and subscribe for more enlightening content.